So with the offseason among us and with Frank Reich leaving the Eagles offensive coordinator spot wide open, I've kind of laid back and let everything play out, just chilling, not trying to overhype anything, especially after 2 weeks ago, the Philadelphia Eagles becoming Super Bowl 2008 champions. You know, it was big, and I didn't know how to take it. I never thought it would happen, especially this quick into a certain era, which was Doug Peterson. And with the Super Bowl victory, I've taken some time off to really just look at things, you know, and I'm not gonna stop making videos, but I'm gonna just like slow down. And I'm attempting to make like 1 or 2 a week, depending on what happens. And of course, I'll make a video when something big happens. Like today, Mike Groh has been promoted to offensive coordinator, and Duce Staley was also promoted to, I believe, assistant coach, something along those lines. All in all, both get upgrades, so hopefully both will be happy. Of course, Duce Staley might not be too happy with not getting the offensive coordinator job, but that's a part of the organization, you know. I don't know. You know, I was happy with whoever were to get the job. Both Duce Staley and Mike Groh did really good jobs the last year. Clearly, we ended up winning a Super Bowl. You know, getting the Jay Ajayi trade and, of course, bringing in Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith definitely helped the situation a lot. So props to Howie Roseman for that one. But in the end, they both deserved something, and they both got something. You know, neither one of them got demoted or stayed where they were. They ended up getting promoted, and all seems well. There's still the quarterback coaching spot that's a little hole right there. But other than that, you know, and the wide receiver coach as of right now. But we got staff that can take the role, I would assume, which is really good. I like the fact that we're not going out of our way to get somebody that's out there. You know, I like the fact that, sure, we let Frank Reich walk after 2 years. I mean, that was all him, and he deserves a coaching opportunity. He is a great coordinator, and former player, former quarterback, you know, biggest comeback in NFL history. So, I mean, clearly there's some pedigree. And now he's a Super Bowl champion with the Philadelphia Eagles as an offensive coordinator. It was worth it, and I'm certain the Colts are going to do very well within the next couple of years, with or without Andrew Luck, and I cannot wait to see what happens with them. But all in all, I'm not upset with Mike Groh getting the offensive coordinator job. I'm not upset that Duce Staley did it. I wouldn't have been upset if it were the opposite way around. Either way, it doesn't really affect much. I think it's gonna benefit the team, and I think it's gonna work out very well. And as far as what's happening with people like Jalen Watkins that it's going, Marcus Peters being on the trade block from Kansas City, and if the Eagles would call him, Jason Peters and Nick Foles being rumored to be traded here, there, wherever. Number one, I don't expect Nick Foles to get traded. Number two, Jason Peters, I don't expect him to get traded either. I don't think that the Eagles are going to risk trading Nick Foles and relying on Sudfeld, because Carson Wentz might not be ready for week 1, let alone week 5. So I would stick with Nick Foles, especially after he won you the Super Bowl that Carson Wentz helped you get to. So I personally would stick with Nick Foles, keep him here, just because we want to try winning again, don't we? We just won once, why not win again? So keep Nick Foles here. And as far as Jason Peters goes, I don't think we're going to trade him, but I don't know what we're going to do with that whole left tackle situation, you know. Vaitai did really well. Big V finally lived up to the name. He did really well, especially as he got into that rhythm after Week 7. Week 7 was a little meh because he just got thrown into that spot, but he's grown into a really good left tackle, so a really young left tackle who hasn't really been injured much. So I don't know what we're going to do as far as that, but that's what the whole offseason will determine. And I'm going to try to make like 1 to 3 videos a week. I'm not going to try to push myself unless if stuff happens, unless if I want to talk about stuff. And you guys can always tell me what you want to hear from me as well. So tell me in the comments down below what you guys want. Honestly, I'll probably get back to the normal routine, but not yet. For the next couple of weeks, 1 to 3 videos a week. But sooner or later, especially getting closer to the draft. So I would say like starting in March. Yeah, starting March, I will get back into the groove with making these videos.